Alrighty, good evening, friends. It's your boy, back at it again. Hopefully you're all ready for a cooking stream. Tonight's FEMBOI Feast, we're going to be actually working on one of the Nearzine recipes. But on the menu we have Loco Moco, we have a cake cookie burger, and the Nearzine will be a strip steak with red eye watcher gravy. We'll give you the usual rundown. There's the YouTube. Check out the old stream wish list if you want to contribute, get extra cooking votes, earn my eternal gratitude, and check out my wife's Etsy. Yeah, I'm gonna make it downstairs and we're gonna get started. I am also going to grab this recipe and put it in that so I can grab it in a second here, and then that's basically where we're gonna start. Man, it is warm, very, very warm here in Philadelphia in early July as per usual. But let's get the hell to work on this, shall we? You'll notice I have a lot of things already set up in the kitchen. We have a sous vide for the strip steak. Those are just seasoned salt, pepper, garlic, a little bit of mushroom powder, and the usual adobo style accoutrement. It is sous vide with I just threw like a knob of butter in there and crushed some garlic. I forgot I can't use this side. Okay, so we're immediately going to have to get creative here. Let's kind of see what I have room-wise. I don't need my dough hook. I will need the paddle because I am creaming butter, not your mom, for once. Sorry, chat. Disappointment overdose. Shoutouts to Supreme Commando, I guess? Or no, sorry, Unalive Commando and Supreme Court. It's a very, very old industrial tune. I mean, very, very old. All right, so let me start clearing this off. I didn't have all my ducks in a row, my eggs in a basket kind of a deal here. So we'll take care of that now. I just kind of had a brain fart as to what I had for available resources for electricity today. Do not ask why there's this much peanut butter in the house. Well, better yet, don't ask me, just ask my wife. I do have some lavender syrup. I was working on something. It didn't quite come together yet. So, I'm just gonna honestly throw this here. Again, my apologies. Philadelphia is currently on a trash and sanitation strike, and we're pro-union. We don't scab here, so I'm not dropping my stuff off and doing their job for them, and that's not an entitled thing. It's just I don't think the mayor is doing the right thing by not paying the sanitation people what they're asking for. So yeah, I'm not going to do their job for them because that weakens their collective bargaining stance. And also, I don't want her to think it's, oh, well, look, all these people took the trash themselves. And then it becomes a regular thing. No, thank you. Okay, so I have created the space that I need. I have still left something upstairs, forgive me. I'll be right back down. But yeah, let's get started on these cake-style cookies. God damn. Where did I leave my brain, my everything? Where have I left it all? Somehow, we've lost it all. Where in fact? Okay, well, I found one thing. Found my phone. Hey, there's everything I was looking for. Go me. I also don't want to do that, Rianne, because, like, then it stinks. And then there's bugs and rodents and, like listen, we already spent $2,000 last year getting raccoons out of our attic. So, I'm not trying to tempt fate again. Yeah, exactly. Okay, let me grab this recipe, and we can start working on it. I need to cut it in half. Okay, butter and sugar are gonna go in there. So we're gonna do almost a stick of butter. And I'm so tired. 6, 8. Yeah, okay, so just a little bit over 1/3 of a cup of sugar. All right. Should probably soften this, which I think I'm actually going to do. For me, I'm an unsalted butter type of person. That's just kind of what it be. Also, just kind of works the best. I will pull chat back up in a second. I have our ground beef here for our fucking many adventures that we have coming. But yeah, 7 tablespoons. There we go. Let's save this for fucking later, I guess. I don't know. I'll eat it when I get hungry. Okay, I'm gonna stick this in a cup and just kind of point up. All right, melt 1 stick. It'll be good enough. It's fine. And then we're gonna get our basic ass white sugar. That was not one of the names I used to dance under. Close though. So I know this needs a little bit of time to cream, much like your mother, chat. Don't worry, she's in good hands. That should be close enough. I said, so I'm gonna have to eyeball it just a little bit so I don't feel like mathing and I don't have like super broken fractions like that. All right, until light and fluffy, and then it'll be 1 egg, some salt, and vanilla. Oh, yeah, that. Okay, so that melted. That's a little bit beyond softened butter. Whatever. We'll fucking make it work. It honestly should be okay though, especially as it starts to cool. So we want this to just be kind of light and fluffy. We'll let that go. Shame on me. I should have fucking kept a closer eye on it, but we'll live. We'll all live. It's just creamier than usual. We'll just let that do its fucking best, to be honest. Homemade vanilla extract. Get this right in there. It's just gonna be, it is what it is at this point. So they're cookies. I just probably won't get as much up in them, but the goal is that they're not crisp. A little bit of salt, always good to balance it out. And as a leavening agent, then I need 1 egg. Delicious egg! Then I'll check back on chat. And I'm going to assume you're all behaving. Fucking better be. I just want to make sure that's all nice and mixed. Oh yeah, that actually got nice and creamy now. Give it the old scoop down the sides. Yeah, that's actually looking pretty custardy. Sure. It's kind of what we're looking for here. It's nice and smooth and creamy at least, so. No real complaints there. It just didn't get light and fluffy. Again, I don't give a shit. I'm sure it'll be close to fine. Tastes all right. That's good enough for me. All right. So we need flour, baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon, and about a cup of flour. Forgive me, I am very sweaty and hot and itchy, and I don't know what it is. Like, my fucking brain has just been fighting all goddamn week. I've been very efficient and productive. I've just been...
Well, I don't see so good, so I missed. Then they ran away. I ran after them.
Just been very Dane Bramaged, if you will.
Anyway...
It's basically a cup and a little bit, a cup and an eighth. Like I said, bear with me. I'm a little tired and a little slow this week, but it's part of life. Part of life. Part of being an adult. Part of being a homeowner. Baking soda. Baking soda. Quarter teaspoon, and then I'm just gonna I also realize I've not fucking eaten it all today, as, you know, as us neurodivergents do. I've been sidetracked. Okay, so this can go in and very gently kind of fold itself. Yeah, this is definitely more on the cake side than a batter side, so I'm hoping next month we can get some more votes in the cooking channel. We can do something maybe a little bit more educational. I'm gonna slide over here. I am 100% sure that I do not have chocolate chips, unfortunately. I don't even have anything I can add in there, but it is what it is. Either way, that looks like a good batter. Hold everybody in here. Also, how are our audio levels? Hopefully everything's nice and balanced. Tastes like a cookie.
Hey, what's up, Ramen?
Yeah, no, these got like into the roof. So there was realistically like we had to call someone out. Because, you know, they are terribly destructive creatures, unfortunately, as adorable as they are. But, like, also, I don't know if you've heard raccoons, like, fucking around. But it sounded like drunk people were fighting inside of our ceiling at 4 in the morning. Like, fucking loud. Like, it wasn't even like, oh, what was that? It was like... It was bad. Alright. So I'm going to try and get these, like, the person was talking about ring molds. I don't have ring molds. I don't bake enough. And, like, at this point, it's like a personal thing. I don't fucking make a ring mold. I'm buying that shit. But either way, let's get these cookies going somewhere. I'm going to give them a bit more space than I normally would and make them slightly larger. I can always, like, trim them if I have to, I guess. Like I said, ain't no chocolate chips because I totally forgot to buy them. And, yeah, I've been too busy. Unfortunately. I've run out of a lot of spoons, and I'm not even talking about doing dishes. Hi, Yuriko. I'll put it this way. So my microwave has been yelling at me that it needed the filters replaced, to which I then learned it didn't even have any grease filters. But I installed them. Haven't even had the time to track down the online manual to figure out how to turn off the thing that keeps telling me, hey, you need to change your filters. Just fucking, it is low on the list of fucking priorities currently. Okay. But I think after this, the next thing we should probably work on is getting the Loco Moco started, which means washing the rice, and God forbid I have to show everyone how to fucking wash rice, and they're still like, Peter doesn't wash his rice. Listen, the joke was funny fucking, like, maybe 2 or 3 years ago. But I have been a rice washer from day one. Tired. Fucking tired. Listen, you live in one of the only places where rice can be grown in the United States. You should know something about washing your fucking rice, alright? Okay. Need a minute or two here. I do need to shove something in my fucking face hole. I am you know what? I sous vide some chicken thighs earlier this week. It was towards you, Yuriko. Blessed be, Chomp. How are you? All right, let's get the mixer out of the way. Did you like that reach around, chat? I thought that was a very nice reach around. All right, so we have an Instant Pot here. You can use a bespoke rice cooker. You can use your Zajiroshi if you're really fancy or well-to-do. I'm poor, so I just use an Instant Pot. You can get rice cookers so fucking inexpensive from anywhere. Where is my screen? Okay, here we fucking go. Gosh damn rice. Thank you, oven. Alexa, set a timer for 11 minutes. So, because I'm a good boy, I stocked up on rice very early this year. I have 15 pounds in storage containers. I have another 15 pounds in a bag. Let's do 2 cups of rice. I hope you've been well though, Chump. It's always good to see you. So now, there is nothing special or mystical about washing your fucking rice. Just fucking rinse it and swirl it until it fucking runs clear. Again, I don't know why I have to fucking explain this and do this every time. You know. I've been super fucking busy, homie. I've been just doing the best. I don't like buying them in like 40 kilos. Or like 40-pound bags because I don't go through it fast enough. And believe it or not, rice will eventually go bad. But got 15, 20 pounders. That's what I usually go with. Because it'll last us long enough before it just goes bad, you know? Yeah, no, I've been busy as shit, Chomp. Being a homeowner and like your own repair person and your own mechanic sure is a fucking lot of work. But, you know, as one does, we persevere. Alright, see chat, water's still kind of milky, like girl cum. Like when you're on E and you try and jizz and it's just like kind of watery and milky. Yeah, like that. We don't want that. I mean, we want that, but like not from our rice. See, nice and clear. This is so getting demonetized. Whatever. All right. If you want, you can use finger method. I use finger method. Shout outs to our boy, Uncle Roger. Looks good. Just gonna hit it and it'll go. There's a rice button. Sure, you can do this shit on stovetop too. I'm not your fucking dad. Y'all didn't buy me anything for Father's Day, so I'm not your dad this year. Don't worry, I guess Mother's Day is still a thing, or whatever have you. I'm gonna leave that slightly vented. Okay, where the fuck am I at? Fuck is up, Denny's? Would you rather just be a homo? Sure. And I'm pretty gay. My wife says I'm gay. Instructions unclear, just in your rice. Flavor enhancer. I mean, you can definitely To be fair, like, honestly, Lon, you haven't learned your lesson in this? Alexa, Stop. Alexa, stop. Don't worry, I also use the finger method for a lot of things. Sorry, I'm like having a moment where I need to... Oh, I think it's Loco Moco time. And then I can make the other burger. We're just gonna do the burgers on a non-stick. I was thinking about doing cast iron. I'm not gonna do it on cast iron. I'm fucking tired. I think I'm also gonna do the egg first, because I need to collect all of my beef drippings for the red eye, which means I also need to start taking fucking photos as well. I like taking in-process photos just so I make sure I have a decent backstock of images for the zine. That's not surprising, Rian, just because the skin there is going to be a different texture because of the amount of scar tissue. I also am refusing to make my own. I just got brown gravy. Like, let's be honest. I'm not going super hardcore today. You know what? Let's make some fucking iced tea. I'm gonna do that, and then we'll start on the whole burger process. Poot, it's good to see you. Please don't jizz in my rice. My cabbages! Actually, that's something I should have had for Loco Moco. Is I should have shaved some cabbage, but I don't have any cabbage. Again, it's one of those fucking weeks, you know. You can only do what you can do. Yeah, it's just been a very, very long and hard week. My dad and I have often used the turn of phrase, ridden hard and hung up wet. It's kind of how I feel this week. Between, you know, working on motorcycle shit, which, again, was, you know, that was self-imposed. I understand, like, I'm complaining, oh man, I did this thing that I wanted to do, but, like, it's still a lot of effort. Especially if you've never worked on, like, engine side stuff, like whether it's small motors, car motors, like anything where you have to deal with where the exhaust or the exhaust comes out of the engine or the air comes into the engine. Those areas are a pain in the ass to work on because they're always fucking obscured for some reason. And all the fittings are designed to be fucking airtight. So you really have to use a lot of strength to break them loose, but you also have to be very precise when putting stuff back together. Otherwise, you'll snap off things that are very expensive and painful to fix. So there was running around to get that done, to get the correct tools for it, to actually do the process. And then we had water infiltration because the fucking mouth breathers that did the flashing on the house don't know how to do fucking flashing, so I had to roughneck fix it. And then because it had infiltrated, I had to fucking treat the inside of the house and rip off some fucking window frames and fucking treat behind it and then put it back together. I haven't had a chance to repaint yet. I'll fucking get there, thanks. And what else? Getting this shit set up. Actually doing like my fucking day job. Speedrunning. I feel like I completely forgot there was something else I did this week. But, meh. Whatever. Yeah, I know that those two things are not mutually exclusive. Okay, we'll get the iced tea done. And then, Alexa, how much time is left on the timer? Exactly 1.5 minutes. Dude, my internal timer is real fucking good these days. But we'll take those cookies out and hope that they're the correct texture. And actually, I am gonna get this area cleaned up because I'm gonna need many, many burners. Many faces. Many faces, many burners. Anyone actually knows many faces. I'm very proud of you for digging deep into the world of drum and bass. We've got a bit of a sizzle going on there, which is what I want to hear. Damn, I should have told my wife to grab tortillas too. Actually. Yeah, we'll go this side here. Deadly toys. Welcome back, Lumi. How was your poop? Alexa, stop. Just gonna get this kind of heating up and thinning up. Well, those are very soft. Alexa, set a timer for 1 minute. I'm just gonna let them go for 1 more minute. They're pale, but they're not golden, so I don't think they're cooked all the way through. Then we can start working on burger. Deadly toys. Yeah, we met up with, that was last week. We met up with Finn and Ash. And then tomorrow we have to help my dad move in. We might go see my mom, and Foud is also up in that area, so. I got time to rest when I dead. Dude, I feel you. I full on feel you. I mean, to be fair, time is a human construct, but like, I don't know if I have the brain power to philosophize that shit right now, you know? Alexa, stop. Nope. They're definitely baked through, and definitely on more of the cake side as opposed to cookie. Not bad. All right, burger time. You'll have to forgive me, my brain is so tired. Also, is there any background music, or is it just like fucking dead air? Because I can't fucking hear it. Yeah, if not, honestly, Lumi, if not, we'll make it happen. Like, the thing is, I also don't want to overextend myself. Like, I'm off Monday, but my wife sure as fuck isn't. All right. Iced tea, ho! Let this sit for like fucking 10 minutes. Give it a stir, give it a pull. Shoutouts to the Head Nut. That is a blend of their iced tea blend that they use, and Back Porch, which is black tea with some orange rind, strawberry bits, and blueberry. Okay, I just can't hear it then because I'm fucking deaf. That's okay. Alright, let's get some burgers together. I'm going to season them how I normally would do. I'm going to fight this camera. I will. I'm a big fan of 80-20 because I think beef without fat is very sad and kind of a flavorless experience. This is like 1.5 pounds, which is gonna be fine, to be honest. I'll just make extras. All right, real simple, kids. You want good burgers? Okay, here you go. This is adobo. Go buy it. I bring this to any gathering that involves white people that don't know how to cook. It's an all-purpose seasoning. Anything that's a protein, this goes on it. For those of you that do not know, it is salt, garlic, black pepper, oregano, turmeric. They make it with and without pepper. I just get the normal shit, and then I just add more pepper anyway. I have some smoke powder here. It is technically hickory wood. It's real good. Trust me. I think the application is a little bit better than liquid smoke, which is a little bit too much for me. Worcestershire sauce, W sauce, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I know a lot of people can't say them words. Dash of that. What else do I have in my bag of tricks? I do have some mushroom powder. I do actually have way too much of it, realistically. So this is gonna add that little kind of umami. It's a little kind of funk, but the good kind of funk, not like the funk that grows underneath your foreskin. Looking at you. Well, you know what? If you had a moment of panic, looking at you. I do have some white pepper as well, which I think is really good for ground meat applications. It's got a little bit more of a kick, in my opinion. It's more like the actual part of the pepper. Thinking, what else I want? Yeah, you could do that too. You just need to add fat to it. It's kind of like turkey. I always have to add some sort of fat to turkey. Four years of culinary school? Oh, you're that gay. We'll add 1 egg for a binder. This is gonna be a disaster. I can smell it a mile away. You know what? They're gonna hang out fucking up here. Perfect! Out of the way. That should be done soon. And because I just don't give a shit, I'm gonna mix this by. You just want to get that even distribution of spices. Now, it is ground meat, so you don't want to fucks with it too much or fuck with it too much, because then it's gonna have like a real kind of shit texture. So I just give it like a few squeezes through, and then just kind of form it into a nice big ball that I can work with. Excellent. Slap your meat. So, going to lose my fucking mind. Always recommended losing your mind. If you can smoke your mind, I would also recommend that. Give a stir to our tea here. I mean, this is still like borderline boiling hot, but needs a little bit more steep time. Still. All right. My gravy is warm, but let's get to beef. No, we want to do eggs first. So we need an egg for, at least 1 egg for Loco Moco, 1 egg for Birder. All right, egg. Low, not low, low medium. We'll go low medium. There's no need to like fucking crank the heat for your eggs. It will just fucking result in disaster. Boy, tired. I am actually going to use that knob o' butter from earlier. Probably don't need this much, but whatever. Like I said, I'm going to need all the beef and kind of drippings I can get going for later. Probably do some onions as well with the burger. I got some tea leaves in there by accident. It's all good. We're getting there. Yeah, you can do that as well. There's also the age-old trick of like a little bit of vinegar around the outside, which prevents it from browning. I say age-old, but that's like more of like an applied chemistry bit of knowledge that I have. It'll prevent it from browning too much. It works really well for meatballs, to be honest, because those are tough to like not burn the shit of the outside of them, but still get them cooked through on the inside. We'll go 3 eggs. I don't know where I'm gonna store these, but I'll fucking figure it out. How is this rice still not done? I'm fucking losing my mind over that one. Just tell yourself it'll all go to your ass. No such thing as too much ass, only cowardice. That is fucking hot. Yes, squeeze boiling water, dickhead. Not gonna poach these. I'm just gonna over easy kind of a deal here. How are you still not done? What the fuck, bro? You had to cut your food intake down? Does jizz count as food? Oh, that didn't. These spread out a little bit too thin. I should have used a smaller pan for this, but oh well. Bro, come on. One of these will more than likely break. That's fine, though. Just a loose yolk floating around. A little bit of salt, pepper, garlic. Yeah, I understand that. Trust me, and my wife is new to riding motorcycles. There's nothing more terrifying than that. But she wants to do her thing and practice, and I don't need to fucking wander, I don't need to fucking do it for her, kind of a thing. Besides, I got my own shit to take care of. Alright, so after this, we'll throw the burgers in here. Just want to get like a light golden color on those. Nice gently fried eggs. Whoa, that one wanted to escape a little bit. Okay, so from here, the pan's pretty much already warm. I am going to put a little bit more heat into it because we got burger to cook. For Loco Moco, and then the burger. 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 Alright, cool. Starting to get warm. Okay, I'm gonna go pretty, not like super fucking crazy with these. We'll do like some this size boys. This can chill here. Fucking running out of space and time. Again, I kind of want to put a little bit of a crust on these because I'm going to have to reclaim whatever beef I can out of this. If we have to cheat and use a little bit of gravy, we can do that too. Again, how is this fucking rice not done yet? I feel like I'm having a stroke, in all honesty. Okay. So, I'm going to definitely press these down a little bit. And there's still a good bit of butter in there. So that should kind of help crisp these up a little bit. Now, will they fit onto the cookie burger? Probably not, but like, it's fine. So we're just gonna let those go. I would grill these, but like, I'm gonna be honest. Like I said, I need some red-eye gravy for this, so I need to get as much beef as I can. So I'll also be finishing the steaks in the pan as well. Next is my wolf. So hopefully she is safe and in one piece. Last thing I need. Sous vide is done. So for burgers, I have them nice and thin. I assume you can kind of see it over here. Not super thin, but, you know, decently sized. I'm just gonna wait until I start to see color come up on the outside, and then we'll flip them. Like I said, I wanna get a little bit of a char, that brown stuff there. I want that. I need it. I am also running behind. I should have been adding onion to this. Fuck off. This will also add a little bit of flavor to the gravy as well as the burgers. These are Vidalia onions, so definitely a little bit of sweetness will kick into this. Should probably add more onion, but let me just kind of see how it feels for now. Give them a press back down. We're starting to see some color creep up the sides. Again, I'm only like medium heat here. We're not blasting these, but I am getting a good bit of brown some brown going on. Also, you know, some grease. Want some grease for the gravy. I might add a touch of flour just to thicken it up, but also kind of soak up some of the grease. Just like a standard like jarred brown gravy. The steak is going to be a red-eye gravy though, so. That rice still isn't fucking done. Fuck. The fuck, Joseph. Okay, this one is good, and it released. Okay. Could get a little bit more color on there. Fuck off. Need Shelby to get home kind of soon. 'Cause she has ingredients that I need. No, I should have added some peppers to this. Yeah, I can do that on the next round. Gonna fish these onions out really quick here before they get too fried up. They're gonna chill with the eggs here. I'm just gonna also make the rest of this burger here. Yeah, I'm definitely running out of steam. Hungry, tired. You know, as one does. That can also get down a little bit. I have to go check what the fuck that was. Yeah, brown gravy is more of like generally a beef. White gravy is going to be more of like a poultry based. There we go, rice is done. Give this a fluff quick. That's not my. All right, yeah, we got some good fucking rice. Oh, excellent. Ah! Yeah, it's bleeding. Nope, that is my wife. Forgive me. I got caught on the chair, which got caught on my nipple ring, which that hurt. That was certainly a noise. Whew. That hurt. That hurted. No, my nip nops. No, it's at 10-5. All right, first round of burgers are done. And whatever we don't eat, just chill in the fridge, and we have burgers. And then this time, I'm gonna throw some peepers in here. Oh, man, that fucking hurt. I'm awake now. Said I was tired. That was a fucking lie. Hello! Yeah, I know. It's a little tight. I'm gonna have to hit it with some fucking lube. Just in time. What? Bad news is. Yeah. How bad? Yeah. Yeah. Go upstairs. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say I can just bend it back into place.
Yeah, I asked the guy about that. He said, don't do that. He said he's done this so many times, so many bites, so many pedals, and they snap.
Yeah.
So if it works for you now, leave it the fuck alone until the new one comes in. You try and bend it back, it will.
Yep. Okay then. Well, I will.
Okay, no, that's okay.
I will get to work on that then.
I mean, it's a simple bullshit.
It's the issue is it's attached to a string, or spring. Yeah, I ain't worried about it. There is Loco Moco if you're ready. Huh? Nice. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, no, you're definitely not wrong. Yeah, sometimes, hey, happens to the best of us. Okay. Harvels! We love Harvey here. Oh, I'm gonna be fine. It's not the first time, it's not the last time, so I'm not worried. My nipple is fine. It's still attached. It's just bleeding a little bit. See, catboys feel sometimes. All right. We're gonna have some good grease and gravy going on there. In the meantime, I am actually fucking starving. I'm gonna plate this in a bowl for the Loco Moco. If I only had a brain. You just got back from the gym. How was gym today? Hopefully, any PRs or anything cool? And there we go, chat. One pretty basic, but still pretty good Loco Moco. These peppers are absolutely done. They're gonna come out and just chill on this plate. Actually, there we go. Get some peppers in there. Better yet, if you're hungry, do you want this one? Are you hungered? Okay. Well, we will have burgers to warm up later then. Yes, the steak will be good. I promise you that. But I am actively starving. Steak and cock salad? Nice, Lemmy. Now, as any kind of store of food must do, you gotta break that egg yolk and get it all mixed in there. I mean, yeah, to be honest, this is just like a decent cheeseburger omelet with rice. Very omorise in nature. The brown gravy definitely gives it like a little bit of a richness that it definitely needs. Definitely frying up the onions is a nice little textural bonus, and also Vidalia onions, a little bit of sweetness. Just regular cookie. Yeah. Chocolate chip cookie minus chocolate chips. Yep. Intentionally. Hi, Grumbles. Oh. Alright. Introduce the heat on this. Fridge farted. Those burgers are indeed done. So. Here are the stuckers, and these will be introduced to the pan, basically just to finish. I want to get some shots of these after I dry them off. Yeah, go ahead and crack a window, turn the air off. My apologies, I've really tried to keep it low smoke. The other thing I do have is some fresh, fucking smashed, yeah, you do that too, garlic cloves that will also be making their way in. So, for those of you that are familiar with the sous vide, you'll know that this does not look very appetizing. It's quite pallid looking, but that's because there's been no direct heat applied to it. So we're gonna throw it in the pan, which now has some beef grease into it, and I am gonna put these fat cap down because obviously that part should render down. That's where a lot of your flavor is, especially in strip steaks. So you want to try and get as much Maillard reaction as you can. Right now, you can definitely smell that these were kind of cooked in some garlic. There we go. Good coloration there. That's what we're looking for. And then I'm just going to lay it flat. We'll do the same thing with this one. And these will come together very quickly. I need to take photos. Where the fuck is my phone? All right. It's totally not covered in grease. All right, we'll do this one. And then this is all going to kind of come together very, very quickly. Also using my honorary kitchen Mexican title to just do this with my hands. Now, I cook these to 134, so they should be medium. And then I don't want to fucking add too much more internal temp to them. Basically, I just want to get a good kind of finish on them so they don't look fucking pallid as shit. Perfect. Very quickly, I'm going to add some of this garlic back in, clear this off. We'll do staging right there. Fuck. All right, I'm going to turn that to like super low. But there we have some delicious looking strip steaks. They're a bit bigger than I am used to, but that'll be okay. Fucking white womaning that shit. Okay, next up, we have all that beef, all that gravy, all that beef, all that grease. Now, I need some fucking coffee. Let me use my mind very, very quickly. Yes, I did. I told her we're going to be in the area. Maybe we can swing by. I don't fucking know. I'm losing my mind. All right, so. Oh, yeah, shit, true. In goes the coffee. I'm gonna deglaze this as best as I can. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more, and then what I'm gonna do is have a little bit of heavy whipping cream, and we'll kind of use that to kick back against how ridiculous this could be. But I definitely want a little bit. There we go. I'm gonna continue to lower the heat. All right, so our timing isn't too tremendously bad. There should be a good bit of salt and kind of shenanigans in this. And then, like I said, I don't want to go too crazy with it because it's going to take away from the textural component of this. But I just want a little bit of heavy cream to kind of add a little bit of flavor to it and kind of thicken it up just a little bit. Like literally just a dollop. That's all I want. Spin this through and let it reduce a little bit. Red eye gravy is definitely, it's supposed to be used more with like pork. It's very specifically ham. But this is not looking too bad with beef. The nomenclatural reason of it is because it's normally based off of smoked ham drippings, it gets very red. And then when you add the coffee to it, it sinks to the bottom and all the grease floats to the top, and it kind of looks like the sclera of an eye. Yeah, so this is kind of, it's going to be similar to like it was halfway to an au poivre, really, realistically. So we're still on the thinner side, which is okay. This is definitely supposed to be on the thinner side, but I definitely want it to, I don't need it to coat the back of this spoon, but I want to see a little bit of, you know, little bit of a thickness to it. Starting there. Penis. Little bit of extra seasoning. Yeah, so an au poivre is like a butter sauce. I forgot to make the fucking bechamel. Oh well. No, I'll make it. I ain't worried about it. What's for the burger? Alright, I'm gonna add a little bit of heat here because I just want this to reduce just a wee bit more. We picked out which overly large steak you would like. I do not give a shit. There we go. I've got some bubbling, and I'm starting to see the grease separate, so we should be good. Yeah, butter and pepper. You can also cream. I do mine with cream just because it really helps kind of thicken the sauce up, and it just adds a little bit more, I don't know, a texture and a richness to it. This is getting real close. Real close. The grease just needs to kind of pop up through the top, and then we should be good to go. Hey! Hold on. I think someone sideswiped my wife's car. Jesus Christ. This shit never fucking ends. Fucking hate it. I Another thing to fucking fix or deal with insurance. Love that for me. Alright. I think this is just about done. I haven't made one of these in a fucking dog's years. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, it's got some flavor now. Alright. Now we shall sauce. There we go. I'm gonna remove that from heat. And that should be good to eat. Heck, nope, that's blocking. Of course it is. All right. Excellent. That'll be good to go. I'm gonna mute up, and we'll be right back. All right, we're good. Those are the cool neighbors. Those are the cool neighbors. They fucking straight up admitted to it. We have it on camera. They're gonna take care of it. Cool. We love that, so we don't even have to work through insurance. But in the meantime, I am going to have some of this here food. And we got invited to the block party. Okay, let's take a look at how this came out. I'm just gonna kind of cut randomly through it. And it looks like we're a little bit past medium. I would say more on the medium well side, unfortunately. But pretty deciduous and delicious. That's great. The fat rendered down on that very, very nicely. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's fucking tremendous. Absolutely executed to perfection. Okay, last thing we have to work on. We have a bechamel that we need for the burgers, which I will try to put together. I don't know if I'm going to be able to eat all this. This can go back there. That is fine. Chilling. Jesus Christ, these steaks are enormous. I did not know how big they were. Well, we'll have decent snacks later, I guess. The gravy is actually really good. Very earthy, because obviously it's fucking coffee, so not a big deal. Okay, bechamel. I'm gonna, let's saucepan this. We'll do backside here, and we're just gonna go kind of a medium. Maybe heavy cream on this one. And I don't, like I said, I don't want to go too crazy, but we'll get some glug glugs in there. I want to get that heated, and then we'll add some flour to thicken it, and then I have, all right, I have random cheese ends. It looks like we've got some Parmesan, some Swiss, and what looks to be a slice of provolone or American. We'll make it work. That is some honesty, though. I fucking thank you for being honest. Hey, we fucking sideswiped your car. Cool. All get taken care of. One of the interesting things about living in the hood that we do is it's self-contained. Everyone knows someone like, oh, my cousin runs an Audi body shop or a paint shop, or my uncle's an electrician. Like, it keeps it in, and it keeps the local community together, and that's shit that I do appreciate. Okay, so we just want to very gently warm this heavy cream, maybe to just around a simmer. I am not going to use bread flour for this. We're just going to use regular AP flour, all-purpose. And I'm gonna grab a whisk, because you're gonna want to whisk this. And now that I'm thinking about it ahead of time, let me grab another small plate here. And okay, that's not hot enough to melt anything. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grate some of this cheese in here, and we're gonna add to the creamy cheesiness. Cool. Use some Swiss here, because there's already enough sweetness going on. I'm gonna go on the smaller side here. Like I said, I'm just gonna keep an eye on this, and basically once I see like any evidence of bubbles is when I'm gonna go and start introducing flour. This is some American. This will just kind of help with the overall creaminess, meltiness. That should be good enough. Like I said, there isn't a whole lot of this. I don't need to make a big batch for it. Jesus Christ, 8 o'clock. Okay. This is going to be a hell of a cleanup effort. I will tell you all, cleanup on this is going to take a while, but we'll get there. Okay. Starting to get some warmth. I will temp check. I don't know if you're still here, Lon, but I learned something very interesting a couple of weeks ago. That meat thermometer that you got me, learned a couple weeks ago, it's fucking magnetic. Didn't know that for the longest fucking time. Yeah, now the fat on this rendered so nice. Yeah, as we're getting deeper in here, definitely more on the medium side of medium well. But it doesn't matter because we got that heat into the fat really kind of rendered down so it's not as chewy. And I'm keeping an eye on this cream here. Starting to get a little bit of steam, a little bit of bubbles right around the edges, which is what I want to see. We'll be good to go from there. Yeah, something like that. Life is full of surprises. Also, we need more men in short shorts. I'm just like realizing these. Yep, starting to fill these out pretty nicely. cool. So one of the things with heavy cream, when you're applying heat to it as well, is it'll actually start to yellow up a little bit, which is good. Steak's ready at least. Listen, they were honest about it, and that's all I can fucking ask, you know? Like, so many people, like, how many Ring notifications do we get? Someone sideswiped my shit. Anybody know anything? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah. That's fine. Let me get, they got like an uncle or a cousin that runs a body shop kind of a thing. True. Yeah, the other thing is tech. Yeah. The other thing you can also claim is someone sideswiped it in the middle of the night. Like, then it's just your deductible, realistically. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I would never allegedly commit insurance fraud. Just saying. Definitely grab that steak though, and there's a little bit of sauce if you would like it. Yeah. It sucks, but it's just gonna get taken care of. I don't think so. Yeah. Yeah. Because it doesn't look like it went in. It was a classic kind of side swipe. That's all right. And listen, let's be fair. I love you, but at least it wasn't mine, because mine's a fucking disaster. Like, last time I checked, they don't even make. I can't get paint for it. That's what I was honestly, because I was there wiping off the side of it. Yeah. A lot of it. Dustin. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's a little. It's gonna have to get the. Override mom's responsibility. Yeah. But I also out of pocket. Oh yeah. Yeah, right at the start of learning to drive. Happens to the best of us. Okay, a little bit of flour in for this bechamel.
Girl was so scared. They thought when I pulled up, they were out in the middle of the hallway.
Yeah.
And I saw them by my car, but like I didn't think anything of it because the block party's right down the way. So
yeah.
I pulled up or whatever, and they out of the way. And
yeah.
they're like, oh, he's the one with the motorcycle stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, well, he has a motorcycle. He has a motorcycle, but I was just, oh, that was.
Yeah.
Saw us, and I'm like, well, I didn't have it. Oh, so y'all out here didn't know it.
Yeah. I do not. I'm so sorry. You're gonna have to come and grab it. Okay, so bechamel. The very important thing with cheese sauces like this, especially when you're making them from what would be considered a roux. Again, like Alec mentioned, you can do this with butter. I like working with heavy cream, to be honest. But what you don't want to do is overcook it. If you do, it'll start to get grainy and not really have a good texture. So what you're basically looking to do is you want the flour cooked, because you will taste raw flour. It is a very distinct, not great flavor. But you basically want to try and have everything cooked and melted by the time it starts to be able to coat a spoon. Anything after that, you're going to overcook it, and it'll get grainy in texture, which is not great. Do you want any of the gravy? Yeah, it's in the pan here. Okay, we definitely have some frothing. We're starting to get a little bit more color here as well. And everybody's melted. Now I'm just gonna wait for this to turn a little bit golden. You just pour it right out of the pan. I'm sorry, this is such a fucking mess. Ugh. Do you want to? There should be like a spoon or something here.
Yeah, I want to film it.
That was technically for the Loco Moco, but you can put it on your steak if you want to. I'm not your fucking dad. Your dad's been dead for a while. Wow. Not wrong. Are you gonna get mad? Good riddance. Shelby's dad wasn't the nicest guy. That's okay. Huh? Alright, this just needs a little bit more heat. And I will plate this cookie burger monstrosity. Alright, there we go. Look at that, it has thickened up very nicely. You can drag the back of a spoon through it. Let me plate. And chat, we're fucking done. We'll take a couple minutes to fucking eat, and then clean up, and we'll fucking figure out what to do with the rest of my life. Well, I mean, that wasn't really a stream thing, but I fucking guess. Alright. Huh? It's not that difficult. It's just I still gotta clean this shit up. Now I see why they recommended a ring mold, but got a cross section. Huzzah! Not bad. Wouldn't recommend it. It's not bad. Not yet. I do it once. About it. All right. That's it, chat. We did it. Now, next month, I have the last fanzine recipe. Okay, Catboy need water. Any questions? Concerns? Oh, hey, Ash. What's good, girl? You hungry? Slide on through. Neighbors are having a block party we just got invited to. There's fixins for Loco Moco. There's cookie burgers with a swish bechamel. And strip steaks with a red-eye gravy. Hey, what up, Finn? Good to see you, goobers. Y'all, did y'all have safe travels back home? Sorry, that was words. Yeah, no, it's actually really good. PB&J burgers are way more common than you actually think. Peanut butter peanut butter does strange things when you apply heat to it. Because it's technically an emulsion, what you will end up getting is a lot of the oils will separate from the, like if you've never, okay, so like everyone's familiar with standard ass peanut butter. If you've ever had like legitimate peanut butter or like just all natural, you'll notice that it separates. You'll have like what's kind of like a paste at the bottom and then a thick layer of oil on the top. And that's basically what happens with that. So when you're adding peanut butter to it as it's hot, you're basically like adding a little bit of peanut oil over it, which adds so much flavor, especially if you're frying. Yeah, creamy. Oh God, delayed 3 times. Ugh. There was someone else I know who was having all sorts of airplane issues. The jelly is kind of tough. You don't want to have too much heat to that because it will reduce to well, because it's already realistically again a reduction and an emulsion, you'll end up with something that's just kind of charred and stuck to the bottom of the pan. But no, I mean, I've had burgers on donuts, between waffles, between hash browns. Burgers are kind of like salads and pizzas. There's really not a lot you can do wrong with them unless you're like really trying. But no, peanut butter's not bad. There's also, I throw the peanut butter on burgers thing into the same category as, and Skate and Vash would back me up on this. If you want to make like a really good BLT, don't toast the bread and butter, toast it in mayonnaise. Again, sounds fucking weird, sounds like it would be gross. It just helps firm up the bread, and it adds like that little bit of tart tanginess that you kind of want with that BLT, or at least I personally do. Yeah, that was a very much Elvis thing. Yeah, dude, that pineapple fried rice was good. We linked up with Finn and Ash, and we went to one of our old local haunts. And it's this really fucking incredibly good Vietnamese Thai place that's in a strip mall, which sounds like it would be the worst experience ever, but like, it's not. It's some of the fucking best food. But yeah, it was nice to get to meet up with both of you for the first time in a long time. Glad I could show you some of the area and the food. Oh, that noise, yeah. Yeah, no, that place is super, super comfy. We've had a lot of late night meals there, or I don't know what to do. Well, we should go get bubble tea. I guess I'm hungry now. It's pho or bumbo hui. But yeah, that area that the Too Many Games is held in has a lot of really, really, really good food. Surprisingly, there's also a Sonic there. Yeah, I know, dude. Life's just crazy like that. You know, it's weird. If you would have told me 6 years ago, oh yeah, dude, you'll own a house in 5 years, and you'll be living in Philly, and you'll be doing like work for major corporations, I'd be like, dude, what the fuck are you on? But here we are. And I have motorcycles to work on. Yeah. Goddamn, hungry?
Yeah, I was.
Hungry Fastuckas? You're gonna help me eat these 4 burgers I have left, right?
Yes.
Do you want me to make the lavender coconut milk matcha white lady thing? One caucasity pass a month. I mean, to be fair, we did kind of hit every fucking culinary group that we could today. We had a bechamel, which is French. We had a red-eye gravy, which is traditionally Southern, borderline soul food. We did pastry, like cookies, which is as American as I think they might be, maybe French. And Loco Moco, which is technically Hawaiian, but that also is kind of a Polynesian, Samoan, Japanese, Islander influence. So hook you up with one white lady, and I think my wife is the only white lady in about a 5-block radius. Oh, you saw one?
I saw one down in Allegheny.
Oh, Allegheny and 24th. Methany? Yeah, I was gonna say, if she's on 24th and Allegheny, I think that woman has a substance abuse issue, unfortunately. Yeah, you know what, that tracks. But no, that was good. That was some good food. Fucking dying. But we have the second dish for the near cooking fanzine taken care of. I just wish the steak wasn't so big. Words that I also would not have uttered 5 or 6 years ago, but like, it is what it is. Wow. I've destroyed this fucking kitchen. Yeah. Definitely go check out Finn and Ash if you haven't. Ash is a Twitch ambassador. She's really into retro games and playthroughs. Same thing with Finn. Y'all know Finn. Ash is more on the morning afternoon side. Finn starts when I go to bed and finishes when I wake up, plus or minus. Two lovely, incredibly talented, hardworking content creators that I cannot recommend enough. And I will say, if y'all ever make it down actually into Philly, we got some more good food to fuck you up. And it's not just coming from my house either. We got Terakawa, we got Spice C, we got Bonchon. Yep. Bonchon, pound for pound, might be the best fried chicken I have ever had. Yeah. Yeah, like, yeah, Bonchon and MIC. There's a few of them. We're lucky. We have one right in Chinatown, and no holds barred. Some of the best fried chicken I've had in my fucking life. Cheesesteaks, if you have the chance, I would recommend D'Alessandro's. It's basically halfway between where y'all were at and our house. It's just right up Ridge, but it's not going to be the glitz and glamour of Pat's or Gino's, but like it'll be fucking the best tasting cheesesteak. I am hoping that from New York we get chopped cheese down here soon. Like, I know we're very we love our cheesesteaks, but like, get some chopped cheese rolling. Yeah, Jesus Christ, I'm just looking at this, like, I don't know what to fucking do with all this food. I mean, it's going to get packaged up, obviously, but, like, yeah, that was fucking fast and furious. When did we started, like, right at 7, so we busted all that out in an hour and a half. Excellent. Cool deal. Okay, so I think now is the time where I start getting some stuff cleaned up. Lightning round for last questions, suggestions, things we may want to see next month's cooking stream. I'm gonna have to start wearing pasties during cooking streams now, so I don't rip my nipples out. Cute. Oh yeah, you missed it. Right before you got home, I fucking got my mic cable caught on the chair and caught on my nipple, and it was a great time. It was a very, very manly scream, I'll have you know. super masculine. Yeah, I know. My poor nipples. Ugh. Oh, that was good though. To be honest, I knew Loco Moco was good. I've had things similar to it previously. If you want like the American version of Moco Loco, what you're looking for is something called a garbage plate, which is a kind of Western Pennsylvania, Northwestern New York kind of a thing, which is generally rice, macaroni salad. Traditionally, I think it's white hots, which are like white, like a kind of a pork chicken sausage, and you gotta split them and grill them flat both sides onto a plate. What the fuck else is on that? I think mustard and ketchup, and you just smash that shit together. Doesn't sound like it'd be good, but it's pretty alright. Grumbles, you want to say hi to everybody? Come to Dad. I've got a grumbling. Grumbling. Meow. You like yoinks. You like being up high, huh? Yes, Gromlin. She's very, very chatty. Chittery, chattery. Huh? Okay. Alright. Well, if there are no further questions, interrogations... There's a Hawaiian barbecue place here? Yeah. No, like, I get that. Like, Loco Moco is such a... It's such a cultural creation, and, like, I don't know how to describe it, but, like, I am very in favor of Hawaiians and Hawaii reclaiming a lot of their, not just like land and nationality, but like I feel like they should also be included in that Native American movement in terms of preserving their culture, because Hawaiian is very, very nearly a dead language. Their food, their way of life, and they thankfully have started to be able to protect that and rebuild it. And you know, we as a country really exploited that and their people. And I'm glad that there is a type of you know, preservation that's ongoing, because their way of life is incredible. The fact that they were able to sustain as many people as they did in the time period off of tiny islands like that with not a lot of arable land shows that they were true custodians of the planet and understanding how delicate the ecosystems are, how growing seasons are, how to properly store and maintain and stock. You know, and that's incredible. It's truly incredible, and I think it's something that absolutely deserves to be preserved in the actual important history of the United States. And with that comes culinary traditions and fashion traditions and just, you know, the important shit. Anyway, mini rant aside. Yes. Oh. Alright. I think we're going to call it here. I'm going to split the recording so we can start this. And then we'll get ready. We'll do quick golf. I don't know if we'll do repo just because time, but we'll figure it out. I don't want to be up too late tonight because I have to get up at like 9 to get ready to visit my gauge.
Hello. Welcome back. Yeah, I figured it was. Alright. Great fucking job, everybody. Very, very proud. That was a tough one. That was a rough one, but we made it through. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Both of those companies are awful. And I'm like I said, I'm so glad that Hawaiians have really, even though it's not as much as they deserve, just like the natives in this country, they have at least small things in place where they are able to preserve the traditional ways of life and their culture, and it's, you know, in a spot where it's not actively at risk of vanishing forever. All right. So, we'll give you the rundown. There's the YouTube if you want to catch this back up or anything else we've been doing. Check out my wife's Etsy. And if you want to support the stream and streamer, that little bit extra, get yourself some extra cooking votes, check out the old stream wishlist via our friends at Throne. So I'm going to cut it here, and we'll go and break down.